Hello and welcome back to the channel. We'll be continuing our beginner's guide and walkthrough of Starfield. As always, if you're enjoying this content, please give the video a thumbs up, leave a comment, or subscribe to the channel. If you do subscribe, please leave a comment letting me know that you subscribed due to my Starfield content. Also, don't forget to hit the notifications button so that you can get regular updates as future videos are released. Now, we've just finished with our clearing out the pirates, and it is time for us to fly to Jameson, the city of New Atlantis. Okay, so let's go ahead and take off. Now let's see if we can't there we go, set course and jump. And here we are at Alpha Centauri.
Starship Frontier, this is United Colony Security. Maintain course and prepare to be scanned. Scan complete. No contraband detected. You are cleared for landing at New Atlantis.
Okay, so there's a couple of ways to do this. Same deal, we can go ahead and go to our missions, which is land at New Atlantis, and you can just say set course, and it shows us New Atlantis, and we can just land. And let's exit our ship. Get some more XP.
Hey, Bosco. What? No Baron? Let me guess. Protocol Indigo again?
Yep.
And here's your new captain. My crew can take a look at your ship, and you can stop by the Trade Authority kiosk if you need to offload some cargo.
All right. You can ask
I
about
would try the
this.
viewport. They'll be on your left once you get into the plaza. The Trade Authority runs a vending kiosk next to my booth. It's just off to the side, near the ramp. Besides that, Jemison Mercantile is your closest shop if you're looking for a bit of everything. That's further in, past the security checkpoint.
All right. So that's all we really want to talk to him about. If we needed repairs made to our ship, you could do that. If you wanted to modify your ship or buy new ships, you can do that too.
Everything looks good here. I'll be at my booth if you need me.
All right, now here's the kiosk he was talking about. And we can, as you see down here, we can sell from the ship's inventory or our personal inventory. Let's see what, I don't know what, that we have any miscellaneous, but let's go ahead and sell from the ship's inventory. Miscellaneous. And what we want to do is sell 25 unique items so that we can rank up our commerce. Especially these small items that don't cost much, like this just costs $1. One of these will cost you $1. Really looking for 25. As you can see here, commerce going up. We have 7 items. Save these fire extinguishers. Again, we want to sell just the one for right now. That's 13. As soon as we get to 25, we want to stop. Yeah, really just looking for items that cost less than, there's $1. We do not want to go over 25. There we go. All right, we have ranked up commerce. And that's why we're holding on to this one skill point. So let's go ahead and... Oh. Rank that up. So now, as you can see, we'll need to sell 75 unique items to get up to rank 3. So let's go back to selling. Now, as we can see, this vendor has $4,900 credits. So let's just start selling. Oh, we're buying. Sorry. Darn it. Sell. Sell from ship's inventory. That was a waste. Don't do that. see, we have some weapons we can sell. We have 5 cutters. We can certainly sell 4 of those. Sell these grindles. Sell this rip tank. Got 7 rescue axes. Let's sell all those. We're going to sell all these maelstroms. And I guess we can go ahead and sell this Eon too. We don't need these. Or this broken one. We only need one of those. There we go. We hit our 75. So it will be possible to rank that up when we get a chance. But our next skill point we're going to want to put into security. But there, that's... Why do you pick up one of everything?
You should inspect your ship for heat leeches every couple landings. They'll cause plenty of havoc if left unchecked.
Okay, so...
Captain, Constellation will be waiting for you at the lodge.
Okay, good to know. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's just go straight to the lodge and get this part of the story over with.
I can assure you this unprovoked attack on a United Colonies research facility will not go unanswered.
As you
settled into your new assignments as soon as possible.
So as you see,
that includes meeting your new foster parent.
My parents aren't dead. They just took a different shuttle. I'll see them when they get here.
Oh, well, of course, that's sure possible. We'll just...
Helena Chambers, ID SSCOM 1327 HCHA. I was the station administrator. I'll need to report to MAST ASAP for a full debrief. My treatment thus far has been entirely unacceptable.
whoa.
Any authority
Okay,
you had
Karen.
was forfeit the moment House Varun zealots breached the station's perimeter and you failed to initiate proper evacuation protocols. Thank you for your service. We'll find you a new position commensurate with your experience. And Mr. Bosch, let me just say how honored I am to meet you. By all accounts, you're the only reason anyone made it out of there alive.
Well, just glad I still remembered my flight basics. It had been a while. So was shooting a gun.
I read all about New Atlantis. So cool! Is it true the Nat train goes 5,000 miles an hour? Or that citizens get special discounts? Or that the whole city celebrates when it's your birthday? Mine's June 11th, by the way. My parents took me to Aquila City last year. It kinda smelled. But I don't smell anything here.
No, yes, no, and I will certainly mark June 11th on my calendar. As for Aquila City, well, the air purifiers here in New Atlantis are state-of-the-art.
Ugh, Aquila City? Oh, don't even get me started on those simpletons.
Little unfair, don't you think? Freestar Rangers helped me out quite a bit a couple years back. Got ambushed by spacers near Narion. They assisted, no questions asked. Even helped with some repairs so I could do an emergency jump home. Good people.
In any event, you all must be exhausted. Just give me a moment to coordinate some details with security. No soliciting. Do I need to call security?
So, named people.
She can't do this to me.
I am really in the middle of something.
All right, let's see what Karen has to say.
What?
May I
No,
help you?
just, go away.
Hello?
Sergeant Yumi is looking for...
Guess you caught some of that, huh? The galaxy is at peace and somehow seems more dangerous than ever. Spacers, House Varun, Crimson Fleet, everyone trying to grab their piece. What happened to the early days, huh? When we just float through the stars and dream.
Well, that's humans for you.
Ain't that the truth? Well, still, I hold out hope. There are more good people than bad in this galaxy. It's just that the bad are louder. Really? You must have been hiding under a moon rock your whole life if you've managed to dodge those assholes. They're basically a bunch of space scumbags. Fly around, attack, and rob anyone they see. They're pretty disorganized and easy to fend off until they aren't. They're a different beast than the Crimson Fleet. Generally speaking, pirates want your stuff, so they can occasionally be reasoned with. Spacers, though, they tend to shoot first and ask questions never. Not what, who. How to describe House Varun? Well, imagine a bunch of colonists who set off into the stars ages ago, disappeared, and then re-emerged as a sort of religious society. Faction, or cult, whatever you want to call them. They believe in some sort of celestial deity called the Great Serpent. Real nightmare fuel kind of stuff. About 100 years back, they picked a fight with pretty much everyone in the settled systems. I guess your school never covered the Serpent's Crusade, huh? We eventually made peace, sort of. Then they just disappeared. They're out there, somewhere. Or so folks assume. The ones that attacked us, they were the hardliners, for sure. You meet those guys, you run. You understand me? Yep, that I have. Had to dump a load of cargo just last year. Microscopes. Can you believe that? Guess you can sell anything these days.
Yeah, I've sold my share of microscopes.
Pirates are a tricky lot. In space, they're all about the hit and run. You jump in, steal your stuff, and get out of there fast. Keep your cool, and you can generally talk your way out of it, so long as you're not too attached to your valuables. Stumble upon them planetside, though, and their trigger fingers get much itchier.
All right.
Ricardo Bosch. I was the lead researcher on the station that got attacked. It was business as usual until those House Varun crazies swarmed in, spouting their scripture, or whatever it was. Even the Marines were overwhelmed. Honestly, I'm just lucky to have made it out of there in one piece. We all are. Now, I just want to get back to work. Where is that woman?
So,
Goodbye.
Does that woman have any idea who I am?
and then we can talk to the kid if we want.
I've never been in a battle before. Everyone kept telling me to keep my eyes closed, but it's kind of hard to do that when you're running. At first, I thought it was ecliptic mercenaries shooting at us, but it wasn't. There's these other people yelling about serpents and stuff. Is that really an appropriate thing to say to a child?
Yeah, it is.
Anyway, I'm fine now. I hope my parents don't take too long getting here.
Yeah, kid. Probably not
May I
going to
help
happen.
you?
So, yeah, he's an unnamed character. As you can see, if you run through, a lot of them just say citizen. But anyone who has a name is somebody you want to talk to or listen to what they have to say. But we'll come back and investigate all of this.
Galaxy, robbing, stealing, killing. Even the Crimson Fleet don't trust them.
So, if you did pick the Adoring Fan,
You will be scanned as you enter the city.
you should be running into him somewhere around in here. As you can see, these are all just regular citizens. Let's go ahead and get to the lodge as quickly as we can and start that part. We'll come back and interact with all of these NPCs here in a minute.
This is New Atlantis Transit, or the NAT. It provides...
So we want to go these, I guess, the four sections of the city. You have the port, you have the mass district, the residential district, and the commercial district.
It's free transportation throughout the city. We can take it directly to the Mast District. The water is quite aesthetically pleasing, or so Barrett has told me. New Atlantis relies on advanced hydroelectrics for most of its power.
So this is called the mast right here, and then underneath it is where the
that an adversarial UC is a thing of the past.
mass transit is. We'll just follow our waypoint marker here to, oh, as you can see,
Here we are, the lodge. The front door should unlock if you hold up the watch that Barrett gave you. I
Some more
have
XP.
messaged the other members of Constellation. They will be waiting for us inside.
so this
Captain
is the
Tesla,
lodge.
Everyone will be in the library, just inside. If Barrett were here, he'd probably tell you that you're part of something bigger now, and he hopes you'll make this place your home.
Well, this will be our kind of home base for a while, and we'll kind of walk in on their conversation.
You really think what I... We appear to have a visitor.
Welcome to Constellation. We have a lot to talk about. Would you care to tell us what happened to our friend? Why you're here and he isn't? I see. Vasco, verify.
All statements made have been factual.
This is just typical. Barrett hands over our ship and our robot to some random employee of that discount mining outfit he uses.
Walter.
And if we hadn't insisted on installing those emergency protocols, I guarantee you this rock breaker here would be halfway to Neon.
But that didn't happen. He's here with the artifact.
Thank you, Matteo. Now, let's focus on what's in front of us, shall we? What happened when it was extracted? Did anyone see anything? Hear anything?
Let's tell her our story.
Interesting. Similar to Barrett's description of the experience, with less embellishment.
There. Are you hearing this? Do you all believe me now?
Whether it happened or not wasn't in doubt. But honestly, Country, if you expect us to believe in fairy tales...
If this is the greatest mystery in the universe, why couldn't it be part of the ultimate mystery?
But gentlemen, can we please focus? Noel, I think it's time we tested your theory.
Right. Let's see. We know the artifacts react to each other. The pieces we already have move when they're in close contact. Now, if we add this new one to the two we already have...
The artifact. If you could place it on the table here.
Sure.
That's it. Just like the others.
And to imagine, we thought there were only two of them at first.
Oh my god, that's it. They're reacting. Look at how it's coming together. That energy that's arcing between them, no manufactured material in the settled systems can do that. None of them. This proves that...
Easy, girl. Breathe. You'll have a heart attack.
She's not the only one. If they're coming together, that means there's a set.
Built by an intelligence outside the settled systems.
Still 2,000 credits for our little wager, Country?
You're on, Walter.
Well, if we had all the answers, it wouldn't be exciting, now would it?
Not to take away from the moment, but what are we going to do about our new friend here?
So, are you ready to get to work? See if exploration is the life you want to lead in this little universe of ours?
Well, you know, can you imagine a Bethesda game where you were able to opt out of the main quest? Can you imagine getting to the vault entrance and saying, "Nah, I think I'll hang around the vault for a while instead of going out and exploring"? Can you imagine in Skyrim if you, instead of joining up with the Stormcloud leader or the Imperial leader, said, "I think I'm just going to wander around this town while this dragon attacks it"? Well, you actually get that choice. And so that's what we're going to do. we're going to ask for a little bit of time instead of jumping right into the game.
Fair enough, but you need a place to stay in the city, right? Why don't you settle in here? We owe you that much. Come find me when you're ready. And here, I think you've earned something for bringing the artifact to us. In addition to credits, why don't we set you up with a backpack with some boost capability? You'll need it out in the field anyway. Just mind your head.
So there you should be leveling up here, and she does give you a free boost pack. Now you can't use the boost pack till you have the boost pack skill, but we're going to be doing several things here in New Atlantis to level up. So like I said, now that we have our next level, we're going to want to put another point into security. And another concept, just like in Fallout, is you have magazines. So here's one right here. As you can see, by taking this magazine, you get permanently reduces your fall damage by 5. We're going to take that.
How is that not a problem for your wife?
It's true. I am away from home quite a bit.
Now there's lots of stuff in here that we can loot and check out.
I remain preoccupied, which renders me cantankerous. My wife has therefore decided it is best if I can dedicate my time to our business here for now. For both our sakes.
Huh. Well, if it works for you. I know everyone's excited by the artifacts, but we need to be as objective as possible and be aware.
So,
I am at your service, Captain.
Well, that being said, what we want to do So let's talk to Noelle about quarters.
That was intense, wasn't it? The artifacts, I mean. Sorry, this must all be a little overwhelming for you right now. I guess a lot overwhelming, now that I think about it. I'm Noelle. It's really nice to meet you. And thank you for bringing the artifact to us. Planning on sticking around then? Good. I think we can find a spot for you. And along the way, I can give you the very abbreviated tour.
All right.
So you've seen the library, obviously. Walter is quite proud of the collection, but Mateo has made more than a few contributions. Gardens are out the doors there, if you need a moment of quiet contemplation. Emphasis on the quiet part, at least usually. Let's head upstairs. Sebastian Banks, Constellation's founder, had this place built decades ago.
Walter Stroud. How may I
It was a
assist
big to-do
you?
at the time, but most people in the city have forgotten we're here.
Just checking in, seeing how you're doing.
At present, all systems are functioning well within established parameters.
Right. Well then, keep up the good work.
Of course. I have been given no alternate instructions.
So this is the bar. Usually no tender, so help yourself, within reason, of course. Now let's see about that room. You're in luck. We were almost at max occupancy already, but there's still one room up for grabs. It's been nice having the place so full. Okay, this'll be you. Common room on one side, so that'll be quiet, and Mateo on the other side, so maybe a little less quiet. I'm sure Sarah has something planned for each of us, so I'd better get back to it. Don't want to keep her waiting too long. Enjoy!
And so here we have a bed where we can rest and get our bonus. There's some stuff that we can loot here. We'll come back and do all of that later. You can put things in this, it's unlimited storage, but you can't sell from it. But as we go back downstairs, one thing I would suggest is going back behind the bar. And you'll want to get a bottle of each, or a couple bottles of each. Because as you can see, this will help us with our persuasion checks. Is there another Pinot somewhere? Oh well. We don't want to carry too much.
You and I both know you have the credit.
Also down here at the bottom of the stairs is this room that we can open. And down here in the basement we have all the crafting benches. So there's a weapons workbench, spacesuit workbench, an industrial workbench, some goodies that we can sell up here. There's a mission board, cooking station, lots of ingredients, pharmaceutical lab for making drugs, and here in the middle is the research lab, as well as storage box. So let's go ahead and take what's in it. And we'll deal with all of this. We'll come back and use all of these before we leave. Do want to point this out. If you go a little bit, again, lots of things here to investigate. Back here is a spacesuit. As you can see, it's locked behind a master lock, but there is a glitch where if you get up right between the crack in the door, it will let you access the suit. That I'm not going to go ahead and do this glitch because I'm pretty sure it will get updated and patched and fixed, but there was a way where if you got like right on the crack in the window between where the door is, you could just grab the suit. Again, I'm not going to do that. We'll explore the rest of the room. And this is an entrance to the well. We're not going to go there just yet, but know that you can get to the well from the basement here at the lodge. And I think that's about it. I don't think that there's any more ammo or weapons. Oh, here we go. I was incorrect. Right next to the weapons workbench, you have some we'll come back and get let's get that med pack. Not that we need it this minute. Nor do we need these food ingredients right this minute. Again, these will be components that we can use to research recipes and cook. Alright, that's about it for the basement. Oh, there's another grindle, should we need one, along with some more ammo. Alright. So let's go back and start our exploration of the city. First, let's there are no city maps. I've kind of spent almost a week kind of running around the city, writing my own maps, trying to figure out more or less where everything is. Do a little parkour here. See, the residential district is that way. We're just going to want to go back to the mass transit system at the mast and start back at the port. There we go, building up some O2.
I wonder if I'll miss you.
Let's go back to the space store and start at the beginning.
You will be scanned as you enter.
A diplomatic visa? You got to be kidding. Invoice haven't needed diplomatic visas since the colony war.
The law's the law, sir, and that one's still on the books. New Atlantis Security Charter 2308 Addendum, Article 2, Section 8.
Ludicrous. You made all that up. There is no such addendum. The war ended almost 20 years ago. I am Representative Evans Chisholm of the Freestar Collective. I've been coming here for months trying to ensure continued peace.
I don't make up the laws, Representative. I just enforce them. You have a good day now. Someplace else.
A good opportunity for us to pick up a little quest.
What? Can't you see I'm dealing with something? Did you not hear? They won't let me enter the city. Me, a political envoy who comes here constantly trying to help prevent another war. And this is the thanks I get? They won't let me enter without a diplomatic visa? Ridiculous. Oh, really? And here I am biting your head off. Apologies. I'm just, well, rather flustered. Look, if you have time, could you please go to the Freestar Collective Embassy and speak to a diplomat? They'll know what to do. Fine. Seems like I'm at everyone's mercy today.
Hey, we need the credits, man. Thanks. But that picked up that little quest. And here, once we get close enough to our ship, let's go ahead and put some of what we picked up back on the ship. So we picked up an Equinox. Let's put that on. Oh. Like I said, we should be able to. We'll sell that one. We should be able to store these on the ship. Here we get our Constellation pack. Let's go ahead and equip that. So we now have a boost pack. Well, so let's store that. Store that. Looks like a pretty good weapon. They both use... There's our modified Grendel, which is much better, and a modified Maelstrom. Let's go ahead and store that. Got this suppressed Kraken. Actually, let's store all of these for the weight. So we've got two pretty cool So this is Hacker +2, which is good. We'll leave that on for now. Here's a Chameleon one for sneaking. Now we also have, remember, I'm gonna go ahead and store that. Oh, store that hazmat suit. Remember, we're gonna want this for when we do our research before we leave town. And then here's more health in O2. Let's go ahead and store these. We'll keep all our ammo. Notes. Let's see. Make sure we don't have anything that weighs anything there. go ahead and store these. Keep our digipicks, of course. Let's see, I don't think we picked up any resources, so it's all good. All right, got down to a weight of 54. Fantastic. We left Vasco back there at the lodge, so we're kind of on our own. Go ahead and hit the sprint. Gotten a mission from him.
Is there a problem?
Well, let's see.
Can I help you? Yeah, I won't deny it. Freestar politicians coming here like they own the place. Peace my ass. What's so peaceful about breaking the armistice? About expanding into systems they're not supposed to? Everyone knows they're doing it. Everyone. Worst kept secret in the settled systems. Hey, they did it when they caused the colony war, and now they're doing it again. My uncle died in that war. You know what I'm saying? You're right. I shouldn't take that stuff out on people. It's not the representative's fault. I'll go talk to him, clear it all up. Thank you. Representative Chisholm, I double-checked the regulations and we made a mistake.
Oh, did you now? Your malicious harassment was just a mistake? A clerical error?
Hey man, he's trying to cut you some slack.
Trying to apologize, Representative. You're free to enter the city, and your experience with us wasn't up to our usual standards. I'm sorry.
Finally. Some admission of fault. That's the kind of honesty I've come to expect from UC Security. Thank you. I'll be on my way now.
So we can talk to him real quick.
It appears that UC Security has seen reason. Don't think I didn't notice you talking to that Officer Wills just before he came over to apologize. Here, a little token of appreciation from the Freestar Collective.
Have a good one.
There we go. Some XP. And some credits. Stand still, citizen. So these are all just regular citizens. Then we have UC Security here.
The scan is perfectly safe. Please keep moving.
You will be scanned as you enter the city. Please keep moving.
The well's been having brownouts all the time.
So there's
Matt
nothing in
finally
here.
sent someone down there, but
Oh.
nothing's changed.
There we investigate the brownouts in the well. We picked up that quest.
Okay, no bounty. You're clear. Enjoy your visit.
Okay, here is UC Security.
Well, hello. You hear about the job by any chance? The officer over there can help you with any bounty issues.
Sure, a job. Tell me about it.
Part-time security officer. The position's very flexible. You can basically work whenever you're available. No pressure. We've had some gaps in the schedule lately. Macy's out on maternity leave. Jose's on loan to Sidonia. When it rains, it pours type of situation. So really, we just need someone to fill the void. Interested?
Definitely.
Well, first things first, I have to ask, do you have any security experience at all?
We could just go ahead and lie. Let's tell him about the Crimson Fleet.
It sure counts for something. I mean, you're alive. And resilience is definitely an important trait for any officer. Well, I think I've heard all I need. Your first assignment couldn't be easier. Go to Mast and check in with Agent Plato at Aegis. There was a package left at a dead drop, and they need UC security to handle it. He'll fill you in on the details.
All right, so we picked up that.
Aegis? They're basically UC intelligence. They help identify threats to New Atlantis before they become problems. While we're separate departments, there are times we need to rely on each other, so it's important to keep a good working relationship. We do Agent Plato this favor, and maybe he'll toss us some intel when an investigation stalled. Tit for tat. You know how it works. Well, just because you're bringing it here doesn't mean that's where it'll end up. As for why, you can ask Aegis. As far as I'm concerned, it's none of my business.
All right. Well, we know what Mast is. We went by there.
Let me know if you have any questions.
It's where we got out at the... So you can run around. There's really nothing in here. So let's continue to pick up quests. Here is a UC mission board. We're not going to take on any missions at this point. We will before we leave the city, perhaps, because some of them are time sensitive. But here to the left, as soon as we enter, is the viewport. So let's go and investigate that. Again, looking for anyone who's not a plain citizen. See if we can't pick up a mission.
Howdy.
Hey there. You look like the planet-hopping type. Got any room on your ship for someone like me?
Not quite yet. So it'll show us her skills.
I get it. Make your way then. If you change your mind, you can find me here.
Ever been to Sidonia?
And as you can see,
My
here's
brother works
someone else that will want to join.
Hey.
Someone else who will join our crew. Now, see how these are flagged? If we were to take this, it would be considered stealing. We don't want that, not just yet. Again, here's another person looking to be crew members, more crew members.
Pause. Hello.
You picked a good day to drop by. Bartender's making them strong today. You in town for business?
So he would be,
You're with Constellation? Damn, that's cool. I've always admired you guys. Exploring the stars full-time seems like a dream come true. It seems like we have that in common. Personally, I'm here looking for work. I just quit my job as a weapon tester for Mast. Dang, that's too bad. Thanks anyway. If you meet any pilots looking for weapons experts, send them my way, will you?
so let's go to the bar.
Never a dull day in the big city. Hey there. Always nice to see a new face. First time in New Atlantis?
Yes.
Oh boy, I didn't mean for you to take it personally. It's just something to say to customers. Break the ice, know what I mean? Listen, you just relax. Make yourself comfortable. You're welcome to stay as long as you want. That work for you, new guy? Let me know if there's anything I can get you. Bit of a slow news day around here. Ah, well, speaking of news, some folks are convinced David Barron, you know, the SSN anchor, is some sort of Freestar sympathizer. Ridiculous, if you ask me. Sure, they ran a couple of stories about Aquila City that weren't totally critical, but come on. Have you ever been? It's really not that bad. Anyway, that's the sort of high-stakes stuff people talk up while waiting on a flight. So glad you asked, aren't you? I can tell. Yep. Spaceport traffic keeps me pretty busy. But just between you and me, I've got something in the works that'll change everything. A new drink that'll make this place famous. Galaxy-wide. You would love it, I guarantee. Only, I can't make you one right now. Don't have the ingredients. I made a deal with a hauler to bring me some small samples of an ingredient I think will make all the difference. But it never showed up. Turns out the guy I hired was also hired by a few other folks. The kind of folks who ship less than legal cargo. Security got wind, and the whole lot was impounded. Now they're just sitting on it, taking their sweet time like they always do. It's killing me. I submitted all the paperwork, believe me. It won't amount to anything, but I did it. And really, I'm not even certain this is what I need to finish the recipe. I think it is. I need to get my hands on that cargo. I really do. It's gonna keep me awake nights if I don't try. Before we say anything else, I am in no way asking you to do anything that might violate any of the many, many laws in place here in New Atlantis or the larger United Colonies. This is just one friend talking to another friend, asking if maybe that friend could possibly find a way to get her important cargo out of the impound. And if, hypothetically, that were done in a less than 100% legal way, well, that might not be the worst thing in the world. You, with me on this?
Sure, I'm here, whatever I can do.
God, you have no idea what a relief this is. I'm obviously not expecting you or anyone to go in guns blazing and taking hostages or something. I just figure there has to be a way to get what I need. I'm not worried. I'm annoyed. Wait, are you saying I should be worried? No, of course not. It'll be fine. Totally fine. I trust you.
All right.
I'm obviously not expecting you or anyone to go in guns blazing and taking hostages or something. I just figure there has to be a way to get what I need.
All right. Well, we've got...
I know a few things, but not much. The cargo is being held down at the spaceport, not in the security office. Still, they use the same access cards. If you had one, it'd work. How or why you would have a UC security access card is none of my business, of course. I'm sure I'm better off not knowing. Beyond that, the ship decks over there might also be able to get in. I don't know any of them, or I'd be talking to them instead of you. No offense. Like I said, I submitted the usual security release forms. But because my cargo is tied up with a bunch of, again, totally unrelated illegal stuff, I don't expect the forms to matter. At all. I went and talked to an officer at the office, too. Yumi. Sergeant, maybe? He was polite, but unhelpful. I declined to suggest that as their new slogan. New Atlantis Security. Polite, but unhelpful. Truth in advertising, eh?
So, okay, I guess we've heard enough.
See you around.
And then we have this interesting character, the Hunter.
Huh. Not used to people coming up to me. The suit usually scares them off. Although I guess that's my fault, isn't it? Yeah, well, I go all over. A little psychological warfare up front tends to make things easier. Retired, actually. From too many lives to count. But I've been all those things, yeah? and a few more. I spend a lot of time in the fringes these days. God help you if you come across something someone wants. You'd think it was things like civilizations and factions that cause people to want to shoot each other. No, even without that, it's still winner take all. Of course. That's what makes the reality so tragic. Wait a second. I think I'm in danger of having a real conversation with someone for a change. Better stop here. I'm sure we'll see each other again.
Alright, so we've now been introduced to the hunter. Again, here's a bounty clearance if you were to happen to have a bounty to clear, and then again the mission board, which we will skip for now. But this is a great place to hire crew. We just don't need to do any of that at the moment. Sorry, citizen. Then we have Jameson Mercantile over here. We have this character.
It takes a strong mind and a good eye to sell art.
Is that right?
It's amazing what passes as art nowadays. Indeed, I am. I've been an art dealer for most of my life, plying my trade all across the settled systems. It's actually why I'm here in New Atlantis today. I'll be delivering a piece of art to a very particular client later. However, I don't yet have the art in my possession. Actually, would you like to pick up the artwork and bring it back to me? I'll reward you for your effort, of course.
Sure.
You simply need to go pick up some artwork. The exchange has already been arranged, and you won't have to show any credits. It's just a matter of picking something up and bringing it back to me. There's really no need to worry. It's all very simple. I'm not very familiar with the streets of New Atlantis. I'm not from here, you see.
Oh,
I'd rather just avoid any trouble and have someone more capable do the exchange for me.
Yes, I completely understand. If this game had come with a city map option, then it would be so much easier to become familiar with the streets of New Atlantis. But we'll make our way nonetheless. Sure, we'll do it.
Excellent. You'll be picking up the art from Zoe Kaminsky at the Trade Authority. Tell her you're there for Samson Jabrel's art. She'll understand. Return the artwork to me, and you will be compensated. Well, of course they do. Why wouldn't they? I've heard tell that you can get some very impressive items at the Trade Authority. But for now, let's settle for the artwork that I've procured. Other than being an art dealer, there's not much to say. I grew up in Neon, and I knew I had to get out of that place somehow. I did a few odd jobs, some deliveries, and it eventually led me onto this path I'm on now. I never thought I'd do what I do, but I suppose life can be surprising. In a sense, my trade doesn't necessarily need me to be tied down in one location. Because of that, I travel all over the settled systems. I'm here now for an opportunity, but before this, I was in Aquila. Before that, Neon. In my line of work, I can't afford to stay in one place for very long.
All right.
Goodbye.
There's a bit more in the back if you're not seeing something on display. Hi there! Thanks for stopping in. Feel free to look around. I can take care of transactions, and if you've got questions, just ask. Thanks. It's hard work, but it all pays off in the end. And I can't take all the credit. Gerhardt, my business partner, he does so much of the work behind the scenes. If it weren't for him, I don't know where we'd be now. Oh, please, take a look.
Now, one thing that you might want to look at here is they do have this Ace sidearm, which is a pretty good pistol. But we're not going to buy that quite yet. Okay, goodbye.
Appreciate the business.
But they do buy weapons, so if we needed to sell something, this would be the place. And out we go.
Art is a bit of an art itself, you know.
Now here, between the Terra Brew, here I want to back off. So between Jameson and Terra Brew is a little elevator. And this elevator will take you to the well. We're not going to go to the well yet. That'll be our last stop in New Atlantis. We're going to continue to try to pick up some quests.
Seems like a small decision, but they all add up over time, and
I keep
it's paralyzing.
telling them I
Really
am
stop
a
and think
manager. I should be
Buddy,
managing.
it's coffee. Pick one, get out of the way, and let us get on with our lives.
Make a premium cappuccino, double dairy, and no whip.
I don't appreciate your tone. And no, I will not make whatever it is you just said. Because this place is a disorganized mess. What you asked me to do is literally impossible.
Oh, I understand impossible. Fine. You want to organize?
Excuse me.
There's a lot in the back. See if you can't organize a little floor cleaning operation.
Outrageous.
Treasure everything when you have it.
So
You
let's-
never know when you may lose it.
Let's
Sure hope your day's going as well as mine is.
let's talk to him.
Here one moment, gone the next. I tell you, you must cherish everything and everyone while they're here. You never know when you may lose them. I hope you're right. You see, I lost something invaluable. Lost it in a bet, if you must know. It was one of my most prized items in my collection. It was a gem, priceless, no doubt, and its beauty was blinding. Life seems a little less bright without it. That scoundrel George St. George has it in his possession now. And knowing that fills me with such envy and anger. I agree. I think I know just the thing. St. George, like myself, is a collector of trinkets and relics from Earth. I have in my possession a plate that I'm sure he won't be able to live without. Please, would you be my hero and go exchange the plate for the jewel? I'm sure it will work. Oh, God, no. I could never face him myself. I'd be sick just at the sight of him. St. George would never give the gem back if I went myself. He would gain a smug satisfaction from declining the offer.
All right.
Fantastic. Here's the plate. Come back to me when you have the gem, and please don't drop it. Oh, where are my manners? My name is Guillaume, by the way. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
All right.
I can assure you with near certainty he won't decline. As much as I hate to say it, St. George and I are cut from the same cloth. We both adore relics from Earth, no matter how large or monetarily valuable they are. They are a piece of human history, and that means a lot to us both. It pains me to part with the plate, but I happen to have a few others in my collection. If it means sacrificing one to get the gem back, I will. It does. It was the first item I ever collected. The start of it all. I received that gem when I was a young man. To know that I foolishly wagered it, threw it away. Well, I won't make that mistake again. Yes, I've been blessed to call New Atlantis home. When I was a younger man, I would travel the settled systems with no home to call my own. I was a nomad, if you will. But out of all the places I've been, no place quite spoke to me like New Atlantis. Not by profession. I work out of the Valberg building. Gambling is a vice I've indulged since I was a young man, and I've amassed a great collection of trinkets and valuables from it. Alas, recently my luck has soured and my collection is dwindling by the day. But I can't stop, right? I can't just quit, because what if my luck returns? A lesson I still have yet to learn, unfortunately. Thank you. I will try to take your advice to heart. I collect all sorts. Gems, novelties, old Earth trinkets. Anything and everything that has some sort of value, monetary or otherwise. One of my favorite possessions is a fork that was used on Earth. How amazing is that?
A fork?
You'd be amazed what people will wager in a bet. I've won and lost some truly breathtaking things. My collection, as it stands, is quite valuable and substantial. It used to be more so, but my bad string of luck lately has affected it.
All right.
Until next time.
So we can see it's now nighttime. And this is essentially, we have this fountain here. And so we've gotten quite a few quests here and explored the spaceport. So I'm going to go ahead and call it a video here now that we've cleared the spaceport area of town and gotten all the quests that are available to have. And we are here at the mass transit. We'll go and visit the commercial and residential and mass sections and pick up more quests. Again, thanks for watching. Hope you're enjoying this and finding this educational and insightful. Please leave a like, comment. I welcome all comments. I'll even accept a thumbs down, but please leave a comment. And again, thanks for watching.